Hey, what's up? Zach here, and these are the 3 biggest reasons you're gonna love or hate the Curry Flow 9. Now, the first and most obvious dividing line with this shoe is the Flow Foam combined mid and outsole. Remember, Flow Foam is made of the same material as diaper elastic, which is really intuitive from the Under Armour engineers because diaper elastic is meant to bend and stretch in all different directions while maintaining its shape and elasticity. And that's exactly what the Flow mid and outsole is meant to do, maintain push-off force and balance no matter what position your feet get into or what loads are applied to it. Plus, it has the added benefit of being ultra light compared to most traditional basketball shoes with a rubber and foam combo. This material combined with the longer shank, which actually extends into the forefoot, gives the shoe some of the most nimble and responsive feeling movement in the basketball sneaker space right now. And it also gives the shoe disproportionate energy return because if you look at the jump height test, 32 centimeter average jump height, not only is this just good in general, but compared to their weight, it's just that much more impressive. And don't forget, this is all combined with a molded tread pattern integrated right into the foam. And that integrated tread works opposite to most rubber treads, and then it gets all its grip from the increased surface area contact that it gets. Now, because the tread is molded right into the foam, its tread depth is actually variable at different parts of the shoe versus something that's more of a traditional rubber tread, which is more uniform. What this allows is more opportunity for the tread to actually grab the court, especially because it compresses more than rubber when pushing against the ground. This leads to greater friction and greater grip. And a perfect example of this is on the suicide test, 14.87 seconds on an outdoor court, which is one of the faster times I've registered in hoop shoes on an outdoor court this year. The other interesting thing is, compared to other shoes, these are silent. It's just another product of the outsole, more compressing, grabbing, and melding into the court. But, and there's always a but, since the mid and outsole are combined, it's almost impossible to cut a deep tread in this or it'll just lose all of its strength. So the durability, especially on an outdoor court, just isn't gonna be the best, even though Flow Foam in and of itself is actually pretty durable. If you look at the durability test with the Dremel 10 seconds highest grit sandpaper, only 2 millimeters of damage, which is about the same as most other basketball shoes. The problem is that the tread depth is almost non-existent, and these shoes grip the court so intimately, and unless you are really light on your feet, these are gonna wear down pretty quick. The other issue is, although these grip really well on a decent outdoor court, indoor hardwood, or even a slick or wet outdoor court, the minute dust or leaf debris gets on the court and starts to lower the friction or just artificially lowers the tread depth, these shoes can actually start slipping and losing grip pretty quick. And that also translates to the tread getting dirty. So if you are going to use these on outdoor and indoor courts, make sure you're cleaning off the tread, because really anything that gets on this tread once you get on hardwood or even on another outdoor court, these will start sliding around on you even with a dirty outsole tread. Now this brings me to the second reason you'll either love or hate these, and that's the overall construction and shape design of the Curry 9. Because if you look at them from a distance, you could actually mistake them for a walking shoe. And that's because the 9s are so streamlined, minimalist, and aerodynamic, but they have to get their stability from somewhere, and most of it actually comes from the uppers and that Under Armour warp material, which crisscrosses itself and tightens as tension is placed on it. But also, if you look at the durability test, the Dremel 10 seconds highest grit sandpaper, the Dremel didn't even get close to biting through that upper layer, so these actually are disproportionately strong to abrasion, not just tension. But even though the uppers are durable and have high tensile strength, because the shoe is so light and there is quite a bit of foam here under the inside or medial side of the foot under the big toe joint, it can start to rock the shoe out a little bit, and since the shoe is light, that can lead to a lot of instability, which can be a real concern for ankle sprainers. But on the flip side of that, players who are light on their feet, play up on their toes, the ball of their foot a lot, and are looking for a speedy, nimble shoe, well, these are gonna work fantastic. And that playability profile actually makes these a great pick for pickleballers, not just because they're good on multiple surfaces, but because they are so speedy and nimble. The pickleball court being a smaller surface area, these shoes can really kind of get in and out of corners really well. So if you are playing on short courts, these shoes are gonna be able to kind of get you out of awkward positions better than, say, something a little bigger and clunkier. And the last reason you'll want to buy these or not is, of course, the fit. Now, the 9s run short and low in the toe box, and since the uppers have such good tensile strength, length, they really hug your foot, which is great for a narrow or medium width foot, but for a wider foot or someone with longer toes or a higher arch, I would consider going up a half size, because even after 2 hours in me being a 2E width foot in my true size in these, they're just starting to break in now. And just going a bit deeper into the fit, even though these aren't great for ankle sprainers or really anybody with instability, they are great for people with big toe joint arthritis or just arthritis in the forefoot. Because the shank does go up so far, they really do give a lot of protection to the forefoot. So if you are somebody that is looking for something to kind of protect their forefoot, these actually might not be a bad pickup. But I think the most interesting part about these shoes has nothing to do with the actual shoe itself. It's the fact that the Curry 9 bears a striking resemblance to the Nike Air Max Volley, which is a budget tennis shoe Nike released back in early 2021. And if you look at the shape and design of the shoe, you know, the similarities are really uncanny. Now, obviously the Currys are made with much more premium materials. The midsole is much more forgiving versus the Nike foam midsole in the Air Max unit. And after the Currys break in, they are just a lot more comfortable and they just function a lot better. However, if you're looking for the same kind of lines and design of the Curry 9 in a budget option, maybe an out-of-the-box pick could be the Nike Air Max Volley for you. So remember, the Curry 9 meant for a very specific style of footwork, like a lot of other basketball shoes out there. Now, if you want to see the LeBron Witness 6 get torn down and reviewed, another shoe that carves out a pretty specific path on the basketball court, make sure you click into this video up above and subscribe down below. Respect your rubber and foam, or I guess just foam in this case. I'll see you in the next video.